So in honor of Black History Month, I want to highlight one of my favorite Black Americans who I think has made a great contribution to this society as well as to his people in general, and that is Malcolm X. As you all probably know, he's one of my favorite people in history, and there's really three reasons why I admire him so much. And first is just starting with courage. It takes a courageous person, period, to speak out, particularly during those times in the 50s and the 60s, against oppression, against exploitation, against lack of equality that the masses of Black people were dealing with in those particular times. And given the vitriol against any Black person who did speak up, as well as the threat not only to their families, but to them personally, their lives, the government was not in favor of Black people speaking out in this manner. It just took an incredible amount of courage. The second reason I admire him so much is, as a trial lawyer, I'm always amazed by great orators, powerful speakers, and he's probably the best that I've seen. If you go and watch his speeches, his interviews, everything he does when he's on a stage, he just completely commands the entire stage. He has so much presence. He's able to use his voice as an instrument in such a way that just makes him such a persuasive speaker. And so he's someone who I study in addition to Johnny Cochran and other great trial lawyers. But I think if Malcolm X would have went on to become a lawyer, he probably would have been one of the greatest lawyers in the country. And he didn't become a lawyer because in elementary school he was told that's not a suitable profession for a Black person. In fact, it's not something that you could do as a Black person. You're not capable of it, despite the fact that he had the highest grades in his entire class, and his class was all white. And then the last thing I really admire about him is his poise and his wit and how quick on his feet he is as well. Starting with poise, he was often on television shows where he is being grilled about the Nation of Islam's positions, his particular positions on issues, racial issues. And again, there was a lot of vitriol brought his way. It was clear the people interviewing him were trying to undermine him, make him look stupid, but you just couldn't do it. He had too much poise, too much wit, too much intellect, too quick on his feet. So a big shout out to Malcolm X. Although he was killed roughly 60 years ago, it's crazy how much he still lives on today, how more people know about him, and hopefully, we can continue to teach the truth about him instead of, the negative propaganda about him.